Hey everyone, so today's video is really exciting because I am doing my makeup collection. So I did do one of these videos last year. It was just over a year ago, I think, and I am using the same storage as I was then, which is not the storage that I want to be using, but I think I am going to be getting the IKEA Alex 5 drawers within the next 2 to 3 months. So by the next time I do my makeup storage and collection video, I will have those hopefully, and it'll look a little bit different. But for now, my storage is the same as last time, so it's mostly just the products that have changed. So if you are interested, I will have my previous makeup collection listed in the description box. And also, I have done a get ready with me for the look that I'm wearing right now. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this look, I will leave that linked down below as well. And the last thing that I want to mention just quickly before we get started is that I am planning on doing another makeup declutter. I'm not going to do it all in one video this time because it was so long last time, but I'm going to do it in little sections. So that will be coming soon. If there's any products in here that I kind of mentioned that they're not my favorites, they'll probably be going then, but I'm just keeping them until I do the declutter, just so that I can get rid of a bunch of things all in one go. Anyway, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Subscribe if you aren't already. I post a new video every Monday and Thursday. And let's get on to the collection. So this is a little overview of my makeup storage. So I just have this 4-drawer acrylic set, and then on top I store a bunch of my lipsticks. In the first drawer we've got all of my eye products, which I will go through all these drawers separately in a moment. In the second drawer down I've got all of my bronzers, contour, blush and highlight products. In the third drawer we've got all of my base products, so foundations, BB creams, concealers, powders, etc. And then in the last drawer I've got all of my lipsticks that didn't fit up the top, as well as makeup remover pads. And then here I've got my 2 brush holders. So generally what I do is I keep this brush holder for clean brushes that have not been used since I last washed them. And then in here are all the brushes that I'm currently using or that, you know, need a wash or anything like that. So we're actually going to go in reverse order today. I think we're going to start with lipsticks. So we're going to do the ones on the top as well as the bottom drawer. So in this lipstick holder I've got all 10 of my MAC lipsticks up the front here. I do have a video of my MAC lipstick collection and swatches, so I'll link that down below rather than showing you what they all are. And then I have my Chi Chi lipsticks here. Again, I have a swatch video of all of those, so I'll link that one as well. And then I have most of my square lipsticks. I do have a couple more, but I didn't have space. So this one is the Maybelline Electric Orange lipstick. And then we've got 2 Bourjois lipsticks. So this one is the Rouge Edition Velvet in the shade Nudist, and this one is the Rouge Edition 12 Hours in the shade Beige Shooting. And then this one here is one of my favourite lipsticks of all time. This is the Clarins Rouge Eclat in the shade Wood Rose. Such a stunning colour. And then I've got my Clarins Instant Light Natural Lip Perfector in the shade 05. So in here, as I said before, I have all of my lipsticks that don't fit into that first lipstick holder. So up the back here I've got a Rimmel Kate Moss lipstick in the shade 107. Then I've got my NYX Matte and Butter lipstick. So the matte one is in the shade Sweet Pink and the butter one is in the shade Hunk. I've got my 3 Topshop lipsticks. These are Pillow Talk, Be My Baby and Devotion. And then I've got my 5 collection lipsticks. Again, I have a lip swatch on those, so I won't show them to you now. And I've got 7 Nature lipsticks. Again, same thing, I have a lip swatch. These will all be linked down below. If I've got a separate lip swatch, I will have them linked. And then I have my Clinique Matte Petal lipstick, my Clinique Matte Pop lipstick. So these are in the shade Graffiti Pop and Ruby Pop. This one is an Estee Lauder lipstick in the shade Pink Parfait. It's quite sparkly, but it's really cute for summer. And then this one is from Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Tequila Sunrise. And then down here I've got my lip liners and then all of my kind of taller lipsticks. I've got 2 lip liners from Natio. These are in the shade Lotus and Scarlet. 2 lip liners from Essence, which I honestly don't think very much of these. These aren't very good, but they are in the shades In the Nude and Cute Pink. And then I have one lippy pencil from Colourpop, which is in the shade Heart On, which it doesn't actually say that on it, but I know because I've got the matching Colourpop lippy stick. Then this one is from NYX. This is one of their soft matte lip creams in the shade Antwerp. I've got one of the Ofra long-lasting liquid lipsticks. This is the Kathleen Lights one in the shade Miami Fever. This was limited edition, so you can't get this anymore. Mine's almost dried out. It makes me a bit sad. And then I have 4 more Colourpop lipsticks. So these 3 are Ultra Matte Lips, and this one is an Ultra Satin. So the Ultra Matte Lips, I have Mars, Privacy Please, and Bumble. And then for the Ultra Satin Lip, I've got Frickin' Frack. I have 2 of the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. These are in the shade Patina and Bella. And then the last thing that I have in this drawer is the Rimmel Colour Rush in the Redder the Better. So in the next drawer up, like I said, I've got all of my base products. So starting at the back here, I've got these 2 BB creams. So this one is the Leo Ellie, what's it called? Triple the Solution BB cream. And then this one is the Chi Chi Super BB cream. This one here is the Essence All About Matte Long Lasting Foundation. Then I've got the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation, the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, the NARS Sheer Glow. I do have a primer here. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer, but honestly, it doesn't make any difference to my makeup because I have normal to dry skin. My makeup doesn't last any longer with a primer, so it's just kind of pointless. Then for concealer, I've got 3 kind of stick concealers down here. So I've got the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, the Rimmel Wake Me Up, and this one's rubbed off, but it's the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I also have the Almay Concealer and Brightener, and the Benefit Boing Concealer. For powder, firstly I've got this e.l.f. Under Eye Loose Setting Powder, which is really good. And then for face powder, I've got the Australis Fresh and Flawless, the Maybelline Fit Me, the Rimmel Stay Matte, which I have hit pan on finally, and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. So moving on to my blush, bronzer and highlighter drawer. At the back here I've got my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. Then I've got my Natio Bronzer and Enhancer Duo. And then the Revlon Highlighting Palette in Bronze Glow. Then for contour I've got the Maybelline Master Sculpt and the Benefit Hoola Bronzer, which I use as a contour and a bronzer. I'm definitely excited to spread all of these products out when I get new storage because I can't see most of my blushes because they're all stacked on top of each other. Anyway, here I've got my 2 Natio cream to powder blushes. So this one is in the shade Joyful and then this one is in the shade Luscious. Then I've got my 3 regular powder blushes from Natio. So these are in the shade Peach Glow, Rosewood and Rouge Glow. Then I've got my 2 Colourpop blushes, so these are in the shade Flushed and Never Been Kissed. I've got my MAC blush, which is in the shade Desert Rose, and also my Maybelline Master Highlighting Blush in the shade Pink Rose. Here we've got Benefit Havana, which is a gorgeous lilac blush, and my Max Factor blush in the shade 220 Classic Rose. This is the Clinique blush in the shade Pink Love. And then on top of that, I've got the L'Oreal Le Blush in the shade Rosewood, which is actually really old and needs to go. And also my Bourjois blush in the shade, what's this one called? Jasper Rose. Here I've got my Maybelline blush stick in the shade Coral Sheen. This is just a cream blush. And then here we've got my NYX blush in the shade Tea Rose. This is another cream blush. And then this one from Essence, which is a matte blush in the shade Bury Me Up. And then over here I've got my Rimmel blush in the shade Coral, my Collection Shimmer Shades, and then these 2 from Chi Chi. One of them's a blush and one of them's a highlighter. So this one is the blush in the shade Pink Rose, and then this one is the highlighter in the shade Rose Wall of Shimmer. And then lastly for this drawer, I've got my two highlighters down here. So of course I've got Mary Luminizer from the Balm. This is such a stunning highlighter. And then for something a little bit more subtle, I've got this one from MAC, which is in the shade Lightscapade. This is really beautiful if you've got fair or pale skin. And then onto the last drawer, which I've just put down a little bit further so that you can see it. This is where I keep all my eye products. So I've got eyeshadow palettes, single eyeshadows, eyeliner, mascara, brow products, eye primer, everything like that. So this one is a little bit crazy because it doesn't quite all fit, but we're going to do the best we can. I think we might actually start at the front and take things out as we go so that I can make sure that I've shown you everything. So here I've got two palettes. So I've got my Lorac Pro palette, which is probably one of my favorites. And then I've got my Urban Decay Naked palette, which again is so beautiful. And then on this side over here, I've got my 4 Chi Chi palettes. So I've got the Pretty palette, Rich Gems, Bronzes, and Metallics. And then I've got my BH Cosmetics Shan XO palette, which has got eyeshadows on one side and lipsticks on the other side. And then I've got my fake lashes from XO Beauty, which I don't really do fake lashes, so I'm not sure why I'm keeping these. And of course, the lash glue to put them on with. This is the Ardell Brush On Lash Adhesive. So for mascara, I've got the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I've got the Clinique Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara, Rimmel Extra Super Lash, and the L'Oreal Telescopic. For brows, we've got the L'Oreal Brow Artist Shaper Pencil, which is getting pretty small now. That will probably be used up pretty soon. The Maybelline Brow Drama, the Colourpop Brow Pencil in the shade Dope Taupe, and the Maybelline Brow Satin. And then for eyeliner, we've got the Rimmel Exaggerate in the shade Rich Brown. 2 Essence eyeliners, one of them, the silver one is in the shade C'est La Vie, and the bronze one is in the shade Hot Scorch. And then this black one from L'Oreal, this is one of the Color Riche Le Col pencils. So for eye primer, I've got this one here from Lorac. This is the behind the scenes eye primer, which comes with the Lorac Pro palette, so that's how I got this one. This one is the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. And then this one is the Art Deco eyeshadow base, which is actually getting really old. I probably need to throw that out soon. I've got these 8 colour tattoos back here. Let me see if I can remember the names of them. This one's Electric Blue, Shady Shores, Pomegranate Punk, Bad to the Bronze, Barely Branded, Bold Gold, Fierce and Tangy, and Tough as Taupe. Again, I have a eye swatch video on all of those, so if you do want to see what they look like on, then I will again link that down below. This is a little Maybelline palette. This is in the shade Twilight Rays. I've got these 2 shadows from NYC. The pink one is Buzzlist and the blue one is High Street. I've got this L'Oreal shadow in the shade Glistening Sea. This is a really beautiful color actually. It's like green with gold flecks in it. A single eyeshadow from Topshop in the shade Galaxy. This one you will have seen in a couple of videos recently, which I have explained why it's in this weird container in those videos, because basically the packaging broke and I had to find the smallest container that I could to put it into. This is a Makeup Geek pigment in the shade Sugar Rush, and it's got like a blue iridescent shift to it. It's actually the one that I was wearing on my eyelids at the start of the video. I've got my Chi Chi pencil sharpener, my Colourpop shadow in the shade Hanky Panky, and my Essence shadow in the shade Rosy Happiness. And then the last thing that's left to show you is my makeup brushes. So I have brushes from a bunch of different brands. So firstly, I've got a couple of Chi Chi brushes. So this is the Chi Chi powder brush. I've got the Chi Chi flat angled buffing brush, and also there's another one in here somewhere. This one is the large domed eyeshadow brush from Chi Chi. Then I've got a few Real Techniques brushes. Then I just have a couple of Real Techniques brushes. So This one is the Expert Face Brush, and then this one doesn't say, but it's just the stippling brush. I've got a couple of brushes from Artiste. So this is the All Over Shadow Brush, and then this one is the Small Shadow Brush. And these are pretty good, to be honest. I have a bunch of brushes from Natio that I got in a gift set, so I'll just pick those ones out as well. So I did get rid of some of the Natio brushes that came in the gift set, like the foundation brush, because it was a paddle brush and I don't like those. But I've still got the powder brush, the eyebrow kind of grooming brush, the eyeshadow brush, the blusher brush, and also the angle brush. I have one brush from Color. This is the shading brush, but honestly it's not very good. I thought it was good when I first got it, but that was, I think, because I didn't have a lot of brushes at the time, and now I found a lot that are much better than this one. And then I think every single other brush that I have is from XO Beauty. So in here, this is just from the pot that are clean at the moment. I've got the shimmer brush, the lip brush, the bronzer brush, the round top face brush, which actually never dries when you wash it and it sheds like a mofo, but this is from the old packaging and the old kind of line that she did, so the new one might be better. And also the flat top eyeshadow brush, which is so good for blending. And then in here, these are the ones that I'm currently using. I've got the tapered fiber brush. This is amazing for bronzer. The tapered eye brush, which is what I use for highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. The taper top face brush. Initially I was using this as highlighter, but it's actually a lot better for foundation. Like, it's so good for foundation. The tapered crease brush, which is really good for placing colour really precisely into the crease. The fluffy blender brush, which is so good for blending again. The shimmer tulip brush, which I actually haven't tried for highlighting yet. I really need to, but I'm just currently using this for setting my under eye, like setting my concealer, and it's so good for that. And then lastly, I have the angled eyeshadow brush. So that is my makeup collection. That is all the makeup that I currently own. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you next time. Bye!